This episode is brought to you by Chinese food. When your lips are chapped, the grease acts as a chapstick.
Ew. This episode is also brought to you by gardening. I finally did some.
This is real garbage.
Hi.
Hi!
Hello.
What's happening?
Not a lot of.
Greetings.
Oh, yes, there's an unfamiliar voice on this.
Yeah.
Let me introduce a new friend of mine. He is a fellow stand-up comic in Victoria, BC here, and he's quite funny. He's been featured at quite a few open mic nights. Yeah. It's one of my favorite comedians, Evan MacDonald.
Oh, thank you so much.
Welcome to the podcast,
wow.
Evan.
Very, very generous opening there for me. Thank you so much.
My man.
Yeah.
It's all true.
I'm happy to be here. I'm always down to talk about movies.
This
So.
is fucking sweet. Yeah, Katie had mentioned that you were a bit of a movie buff.
Oh yeah,
A bit.
A bit.
Yeah, big movie guy.
Yeah.
And we've been wanting to get guests on here.
Yeah.
And anytime anybody wants to come on and talk movies and we just riff on other shit,
Yeah.
Yep.
then we're always fucking like, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
You guys had Kendall Clark recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katie was away, so Kendall filled in.
Oh, cool.
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 Yeah,
Right
we
on.
did Ready to Rumble and crap. Oh, disaster movie, but we barely talked about that one because it's so bad.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I guess I remembered it differently. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to remember it ever.
No.
I made notes, but I'm like, these are just, I don't even want to talk about them later.
I know. Ugh.
Any of those movies are.
All right, yeah.
Like-
Except Scary Movie 1.
Yeah.
It's
And even the
good.
second one with the use my strong hand.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That one, those are the only
My
ones.
germs.
Or not another teen movie
Yeah, that one's
with
good.
like younger Chris Evans.
Yeah.
When they're making fun of She's All That. Like, oh, not Janie Briggs with the pink covered overalls and she's got a ponytail and glasses. She can never be prom queen.
Yeah. Personally
So good.
victimized by that movie.
Well, you don't wear a ponytail anymore?
Not another teen movie? I don't even remember that one. That's what it was called. That's the name.
Not
of the
another
movie.
teen movie. They spoof like Cruel Intentions, She's
Okay.
All That.
Yeah.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We hit a boot. Where's the foot? Well, we got one dude. You just want to jump right into this movie? Jump right into this dinosaur-laden island.
Yes.
When will humans learn that we can't make dinosaurs?
Honestly, I'm that type of human that if some rich dude, like if Bill Gates or the guy that's now running Apple or some shit, or Elon Musk, no, Elon Musk is totally the type of person that would do this, that would
Make dinosaurs?
make dinosaurs. I would be all for it. I would go to school and I'd become like a paleontologist and a fucking like veterinarian, and I'd be like, hire me in your park.
But
Indominus Rex, I don't give a fuck if I get eaten. What's that called? Not severance. Workers' comp.
you'd be eaten. You'd be eaten, though.
You know what? My grandma would be taken care of, though.
You'll do anything in the park? Like.
I will shovel that shit.
Yeah, you'll want to work in the Dairy Queen in the park?
If you're shoveling the shit, you're driving a machine. You're not doing it by hand. That's
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
still, like,
It's a lot of shit.
if someone said to me, hey, Elon Musk is gonna oh my God, I can't think. I've been working all day. I was trying to think of the word for extinct, and I was like, evicted, but they're not.
Extinct?
If they were de-extinct,
So not extinct?
yeah.
So if they were just alive?
I'm illiterate. Yeah. If they came back to life, I would be all for it. I would want a fucking compy as a pet. Don't care.
Even with 5 movies.
Yeah, telling me it's a
telling
bad
us
idea.
that it shouldn't be done.
Yeah. Now 6. Yep.
Oh, there's a 6th one?
2021.
Fallen Kingdom. Yeah.
2021 is
Or-
going to be the 6th movie. So
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Fallen Kingdom has already. What was the
That's
second one?
5.
What was it? There was Jurassic World, and then there was.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Wait, so that's the 5th one?
Yeah.
That's the 5th one.
And then there's the
Yeah.
6th one coming out.
What's the 6th one going to be?
They haven't said the name.
Yeah.
God. So this
Probably re-extinction.
how many times can you do the same idea,
over and
though?
over again.
Yeah.
It's just amped up a little bit each time.
Yeah.
With a little bit better animation. or
Well,
CGI.
it's just like think of the movie Godzilla. That has been redone and redone and redone for years.
and not well.
No, I know, but still,
I
they're gonna
haven't-
milk that teat forever.
I haven't subjected myself to King of the Monsters yet, but you've told me.
Oh, we were talking.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
See, I said as a consumer, just going to like watch an empty movie is all right. I wish I had seen it on Cheap Tuesday, but
I just wish I hadn't seen it at all. That's what
So you're not a fan of Jurassic World,
oh no.
and you,
Which is-
and you are a fan of Jurassic World.
I'm okay. So I thought I was a bigger fan than I am because I realized watching this from a now analytical standpoint of reviewing the movie, I enjoyed it a lot less than just being a happy moviegoer. And I think they totally, in hindsight, were buying into people's nostalgia of the original one.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Because it, like I said before we started recording, this to me was just a rehashed original Jurassic Park
Yeah.
with a bigger park, more people, and it just had so many questions about this
not
park.
like I wasn't as blown away with the CGI and the graphics.
Oh no, not at all.
No.
Yeah, the CGI is considerably worse in my opinion
Yeah,
than
than
like the original
93.
than 93.
What?
Oh yeah.
I actually made a note. I was like, I kind of like the CGI.
I think it has something to do with the way they blended into like the environment. Like
Oh,
with-
yeah,
they don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
They're like they'll let the dinosaurs run in a bright sunny day. While as if you look at the original Jurassic Park, when the T-Rex breaks out, hey, it's like
Nighttime.
a rainy, stormy night, and they try to
Yeah.
like almost hide it.
Yeah.
Now they don't do that.
They're
right?
like, here, see the whole thing.
Yeah.
And especially
Yeah.
like because these movies they came out like recently. Like Jurassic World came out in 2015 and then number 3 came out I want to say like 2007.
2003.
Really?
It was long.
Oh,
time
wow.
ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
Never
because the
mind. Fuck
original
me.
was 93.
93.
And then like 95 Lost
Yeah.
World.
Yeah.
And you say
And then
2003 for
I
Yeah,
guess
something
so.
like that. Yeah.
But
God, that's so 16 years ago.
Yeah.
No.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they in this movie's trailer because I rewatched that. I remember having negative feelings about the trailer, but I couldn't remember why. And then I rewatched it, and it's because the whole lead up to the movie, they were like, "Yeah, we created this new dinosaur. It's totally mysterious." And then they showed it in the trailer. It's like, here's this fucking white beast. Deal with it. It's the Indominus Rex.
But then you see it and it's not white sometimes. 'cause
yeah,
they can change colors.
Oh,
The cuttlefish genes allow it to camouflage.
Yeah, so they mixed.
Yeah, and that guy's
cuttlefish,
like, it camouflages!
Well, they don't. He doesn't say raptor
They do
at
is
first.
they-
Yeah,
No,
but
they-
later on he's
yeah,
like, he's part
cuttlefish.
when he
raptor.
says that, I
Yeah.
was like, really? Like you didn't
Yeah.
know it was part? It's a
Yeah.
giant raptor.
Yeah,
like,
and he starts going like, "Goom, goom, goom,"
Yeah,
to
I
the
just-
raptors. And he's like, yeah. And clearly they're like, that thing's part raptor and part T-Rex. Duh.
He's a new
It's not
alpha.
a part fucking Brachiosaurus.
Yeah, because like it says cuttlefish. I wrote it down. Hold on.
Snake.
I'm a snake.
Frog. I'm a snake.
I'm a snake.
Frog, because that's a
Oh
classic.
yeah. Tree frog. That's right. Tree
Yeah.
frog can camouflage itself.
Yeah.
And cuttlefish. Are cuttlefish like angry or something? Or ornery?
I
Like,
don't know.
Are they?
cuttlefish. I don't even really know what a cuttlefish.
I feel like
is
a cuttlefish is like it sounds soft and sweet, but it's
Yeah.
like
No.
like a murder.
Yeah, I feel like
murder
it's one of
fish.
those fish where if you come in contact with it,
It would fuck
it'll
you
kill
up.
you, like with poison.
Maybe I don't know. We could look it up later.
Yeah.
Cuttlefish. Seems like you want to like just cradle it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think they're very fun.
No.
And then I'm just thinking right at the start too. I was like, well, they probably mixed it with the raptor. He's like, well, it's classified. I can't tell you the rest.
It's like,
Probably a
look
raptor.
at it and figure it out.
This thing is just mean as shit and
Yeah.
smart.
You know
Why
what
was
would-
it classified?
I don't know, because Wu was being so fucking shady.
Oh, right, because he was like a bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Right,
I
Which,
guess he was the villain, wasn't he?
yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
He wasn't very villainish
No, he was just
or villainous.
like,
Villainous.
he was just high on his ego. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm fucking God, bitch.
Well, yeah, even considering how badly they fucked up that first park, and he was part of it.
Yeah,
Like,
I
the original
know.
park, he's like, oh man, I'm totally gonna clean my act up and do better next time.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, make better dinosaurs. I liked certain parts of this movie, don't get me wrong, but it was playing too much into people's nostalgia for the original.
Yeah.
Well, there was a. Oh wait, I was watching Lost World the other day. I'm getting mixed up with that one. But so was this the same island as
Yeah.
the Lost World? Because like
Yeah.
they walk into
No,
it,
no, no.
Yeah, no.
or as the original.
Yeah.
Is this like
This
this
was
Isla Nublar or
Isla
Isla Nublar?
Not Isla Sorna.
So so they came back to the original park location and built there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And, you know, there's a really there's such a one part where I was like, fuck this movie. Is like, who's that funny guy's name? He's
Jake something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
with the Jurassic Park shirt.
computer guy.
Computer
Yeah.
guy,
Oh,
yeah.
I wrote that down.
So
Jake Johnson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jake Johnson. Yeah,
with a sweet mustache.
It's early on in the film, and it's him in the computer room, and he's got an OG Jurassic Park shirt, and Bryce Dallas Howard is like, isn't that kind of disrespectful? And I was like, actually, building a whole new park is kind of disrespectful. Like,
Lots of people died here.
Yeah.
Like-
Actually, you're probably standing on Dennis Nedry's
Yeah.
skeleton right now.
like, yeah.
Guys, I got the perfect place to build a new park. Is it where the old one was?
A kilometer over.
Kind of.
Yeah,
It's close.
yeah, like insane.
Yeah, whose idea was that? Like, I really want to know. They don't even say that. Like,
No.
who
Well,
decided to build back there again? InGen, I guess.
Yeah, because in the Lost World, or no, I was gonna say in the Lost World, John Hammond dies, but he doesn't. I don't think
He's
just
alive at the
sick.
start.
Yeah.
He's sick.
Yeah, so he died in between 2 and this one, and he left his company to
The Mizrahi.
Mizrahi.
Yeah.
So I guess they and InGen decided to redo it because it's 2015. We have the technology now.
And they spared no expense.
Spin.
John Hammond say at the end of the second one, he said, we need to leave these animals
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I have made a mistake.
That was like his dying wish.
Yeah.
It's like, we need to just leave him alone.
And then he died, and they're like, all right, let's do it again.
But he said no. Doesn't matter. He's gone.
Yeah. Who cares?
Well, this is just a testament to humans just never learning their lesson. And now they're making another one. Like, they made another one. And I'm like, okay, already? They're not learning again?
Don't crucify me for this. But I kind of, thinking about it, I'll have to rewatch it. But thinking about it, I think I like Fallen Kingdom better than this one.
Burner anyway. Have you seen Fallen Kingdom?
No. Is it in theaters or is it out?
Oh, no, it's been out for a while. I don't...
Maybe I'll download it and
the
watch it.
plot, like, it's so convoluted and
And
stupid.
stupid.
But like they introduced a new character and this whole new element of the movies that I was like, what the fuck? I don't know. I appreciated the little sprinkling of
Something new, maybe.
yeah, like playing God but in a different way.
I know. I liked that too, and I didn't see that coming in the movie too.
No, I didn't either.
Apparently, everybody else saw that coming. I was like, I
and I'm
didn't see
like,
that
did
coming.
you
I don't
really,
wanna say
or are
what it
you
is.
being a fucking asshole?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
I saw that coming. Yeah. Fuck you.
You just want to play smart.
Yeah.
You can't tell me what it is, though. I haven't seen it
Well, I
yet.
don't want to say it.
No,
'cause,
yeah, we're not gonna. That's
Yeah.
why I was teetering around it.
And literally to explain it would be you have to tell the whole story
Yeah,
of the movie.
yeah,
And,
exactly.
that's
On
not-
this episode, we describe Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah.
We forget about Jurassic World. We're getting into this other one.
Just the thing that pisses me off about this movie, like when it came out, like I was pumped.
yeah.
Because like huge Jurassic Park fan.
Oh, yeah.
Trailers looked, I was optimistic about it. I was like, it looks a little bit kind of over the top, but whatever,
for
right?
showing
They're all
the
over the top. That's
new
the
movie.
whole idea, right?
Oh, yeah.
But and when it ended, me and my buddy who went and saw it, we were like, it was all right. Like it was fine. And then on the ride home, we were like, fuck this movie. Like
Yeah.
that was the dumbest. Like we just started breaking it down like
more
more
you
and
think
more.
about
Just
it.
the more you think about it, right? And normally with movies, I'm like, I just kind of take it, and if I enjoy it, I enjoy it. But it's something, it's like a gut feeling with me. Like it turns, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like if a movie ends and I'm like, did I like that? Like, am I going to be a critic or whatever, right? But like the thing with Jurassic World that really pisses me off is that everybody kept saying they were like, finally a sequel to Jurassic Park. And I was like, Lost World was all right. Like, let's not
Yeah.
talk like it was absolute trash. Like, it was okay.
It was watchable.
It was watchable.
Goldblum in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gold. It's not as good as the first movie by
No.
any means, but it's way better than Jurassic Park 3. And it has cool practical effects in it, like the
Yeah.
first Jurassic Park. And it has a little bit of that horror vibe that Jurassic World chucked out the window.
Yeah,
like,
they
entirely.
totally. I think as soon as Chris Pratt signed on,
Oh,
they were
yeah.
cashing in on the like funny improvisational
You got it.
shtick that he's known for. Like they totally took the scariness out of the dinosaurs. And with regards to like Fallen Kingdom, they tried to add a scariness back to it, but they completely ruined it with certain species, and we will not get into
Yeah.
They even tried to add comedy with the dinosaurs in this one. Like,
Yeah.
for example, the timing of how they reveal the dinosaurs, like when they're in the gyrosphere and the phone's vibrating, and he's like, hey, bro, like, look, and the dinosaur's just sitting there going,
Yeah.
And then Jimmy Fallon
what do
shows
you,
up.
yeah, what do you,
Yeah.
yes, Fallon's in there too, giving instructions like, you got to do this and watch for that. But I'm like, this dinosaur would have already been chewing on that gyro ball
Yeah.
after the
Yeah.
first vibrating ring, but
Yeah.
he's just sitting there going like, let me wait till they look.
Yeah, because
And winks at them and then,
like carnivorous and predatory animals like that, regardless of whether they're instinctually going to attack to kill or just like sharks will, 9 times out of 10 shark attacks on humans are because they're curious. It's a curious bite. They're like, you look like food. And then they're like, you're not food. So immediately hearing that noise, like they would be like, "Ugh."
yeah. It just seemed odd, like the dinosaurs
Yeah,
would take their
not-
time and be like, hold
not
on,
as
wait till this guy
zoomed
turns
in
around and then
eye shot that's fucking blinking.
I
He's
just
like,
love
yeah,
how
I'm
we're
gonna eat
just
ya."
talking like we're dinosaur experts, folks.
Yeah.
We have been
Alan
trained in
Grant
dinosaur
who?
logistics and dinosaur lifestyle choices.
I
Yeah.
actually have a dinosaur park in my backyard. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm talking about here.
It's
Yeah.
Isla Nubla 2.
There's also a really dumb part that pissed me off too, and when the Indominus Rex, like it just, okay, like I'm usually open to plot hole, like I usually don't give a shit, but like just some things, like when it got out of the cage or out of its den or whatever, right, and they're like, oh, it like climbed out. They're like, we can't find it in there because it has camera. I'm like, you guys have been watching it grow its entire life. You don't know a damn thing about it. And how come they don't they have like cameras where they can watch like a live feedback or a recording
Yeah.
of
You'd
it?
think so.
Where it went?
Yeah.
They're
Not
just like,
just
oh, let's just go in.
trackers.
And
Yeah.
somebody should be watching it 24/7.
Yeah.
Like it's a murderous
Yeah,
dinosaur.
because
like,
it ate its sibling.
Chuck's on a break. And he's out smoking or something.
Yeah.
Where the fuck's the dinosaur?
Exactly.
It's in there, I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did appreciate, I mean, I know nothing about like animal behavior and stuff like that.
Except for dinosaur behavior.
Except for, I wanted to say evicted again, except for extinct dinosaur
Yeah.
behavior. But I did appreciate Chris Pratt's character trying to, focus more on dinosaur behavior, because even with regular zoos and regular animals in captivity, like not zoos like SeaWorld that are shit, sorry, but Blackfish.
I hate zoos in general.
But
Places.
I mean, I should say animal sanctuaries rather than zoos, because zoos don't have these, I don't think. But animal sanctuaries where they rescue like wild animals, they have those behavioral specialists that know how to like treat animals, know how to get them to be social, like imprint on them when they're kids so that they trust your bond, that type of shit. So Chris Pratt's character doing that with the raptors, like, yeah, it makes sense. And it's a callback to the original when John Hammond's like, I like to be there when all the dinosaurs are born, so they imprint on me. So the fact that he's there because he's the best of the best, he was in the Navy, he's a trained fighter, but also he's a behavioral specialist or whatever. And Bryce Dallas Howard's character is like,
The whole movie.
you fucking idiot.
The whole movie, yeah.
And he's like, how do you feed her? With a crane, idiot. And he's like, so her only positive experience association is with that crane. And she's like, yeah, she was anticipating how he'd feed her. She was killing people. And then he's like, has she ever been socialized? No, she had a sibling, but she ate it. Like, she's just totally discounting his entire job. And then...
Well, we do find out that they dated. They went on a
Yeah.
date.
Yeah, there's
so,
some tension.
But still be professional.
well, you got to.
I mean, both of them. He wasn't either.
her
but-
her character arc is
Is
that
atrocious.
go from that bitter I'm still mad at you attitude flaky to okay I'm kind of like you.
But it happens
Which-
in one scene. It happens in
Yeah.
one scene when she finds the dead long neck dinosaur.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
And she-
right.
yeah.
right.
She's like, oh. Like,
Yeah, she's like,
Life is short.
oh.
Better love this guy.
I hate that too, and I've brought this up in previous podcasts. I think the last one, or the one that I'm thinking about, is Pixels, where they create these
God.
one-dimensional female characters that are just uptight, controlling shrews, and then it takes the big macho man with the big heart, and she's like, oh
And the
my
amazing
God,
video gamer thumbs.
You're right. Oh, this is so bad.
like, write better female characters, God. And then when they're fucking off-roading to find her nephews, and she's like,
Oh god.
I'm ready.
Oh god. She did that
Like,
whole.
I'm ready to fucking die of embarrassment.
She did that whole last hour of the movie in those shoes.
yeah.
I don't know how.
Apparently, I was reading the trivia and she did like specific high heel training because she did do the whole movie in heels. And I'm
Really?
like, that's not practical, you dummy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, and apparently she didn't really think anything of it. Like, nobody
Yeah.
during the whole film was like, maybe she wouldn't be wearing high
maybe
heels
she
in this
wouldn't be
situation.
wearing nude satin pumps
Yeah.
the whole time.
They were like, when it came out, and that was a big controversy. They were like, we didn't think anything of it. Apparently, they had to do high heel training. Like,
Yeah.
there's somebody should have
crazy.
said, that seems
Yeah,
kind of
someone
pointless.
was like,
Like, I need an
why
extra
don't we put-
$20,000 for high heel
Yeah,
training.
why don't we put her in fucking Keds and
The heck
just
is a
move
Ked?
on? Keds are like really cute sneakers that are like, I don't know,
So just sneakers.
kind of. They're like soft looking. I don't know how to describe
They're like
them.
sneakers, but high heels
They're
at the
really
same time.
no, they're really like basic and they're really narrow.
Well, I thought she was going to take her shoes off when she did the old tie up her
Yeah,
shirt.
no.
She's just barefoot in the
Yeah.
woods.
And I'm like, no way she's going to. Maybe she's going to. No, she
No.
didn't. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Someone would bite her or she'd step on something bad.
Yes.
No, that's just wild that she oversees this park and she doesn't have like a pair of boots lying around somewhere. that she
Yeah.
Or why doesn't she just wear boots? Like,
Yeah.
you figure she's been out there long enough. She's like, I'm on my feet 18 hours a day. I just need to be comfortable. So I'm
Yeah.
just going to walk around here like fucking Bill Gates
Yeah.
in sneakers and jeans.
I know.
Wait,
No.
did he? Yeah, he wore that. Was it him? Steve Jobs, same thing.
Steve
Yeah.
The New Balance
Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah. You guys
Um,
you both took notes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So back the training, I thought of this too because I believe that birds are dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, no,
think they
they
are.
were.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Fossils have
Yeah, I
been
agree with
found
that.
that they're
Yeah,
furry.
like same amount of vertebrae and shit. They're like,
Yeah.
these
And they have
birds
the
are dinosaurs.
reversed.
Yeah, and so he
pelvis.
could totally train velociraptors because you could train birds. Like people could train birds to do shit,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
talk and stuff.
If you feed crows, they'll start to like you
Yeah,
and
those
bring you
crows are like
presents.
super fucking smart.
Yeah.
Here's a dead bird for you.
I think that's a cool idea with training the raptors.
Yeah.
But I think it's what's really dumb is when the military
Oh
comes in
God,
and
and
they're
they're
like, we
like,
want to
we're
use them
gonna
for
use
the
those
soldiers.
fucking weapons.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Well, I don't know why you'd think you could train. I guess you could train attack dogs,
Yeah.
but attack dogs can still turn on anybody.
Exactly.
And they're not going to rip you apart like
Yeah.
limb from limb,
Yeah.
like a fucking raptor's is going to grab you and take your head right off. So it seems silly that he's just like, man, we could totally weaponize him. We could do this. I'm like, no, you can't.
No.
It's dangerous. You're playing God.
Yeah.
And again, all these movies is just those people just trying to control everything. God
Yeah.
complex type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just realized in my notes, right, I forgot about this, but right off the bat, in the very beginning of the movie, it starts with a really good opening shot of the Indominus Rex eggs hatching.
Yeah.
And
is that what those are?
Yeah.
Or is
and
that
then,
what we're led to believe?
no, those are.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
And then it goes from that shot to like this taloned claw on the ground, and then it rises up that it's a bird, which is a nice
Oh,
tie-in.
Yeah.
But right after that, they have this cringy dialogue between this 17-year-old kid and his girlfriend. And she's like, I love
Oh.
you. I'm going to miss you so much. And then his dad is like, I love this part. His dad's like, you're not going to war. Get in the fucking car. Like
That actor that plays the dad, he's so
David
good.
Wallace
He's
from
so
The
good.
Office. I know.
That's right. He was David
He's like,
Wallace.
Michael.
He's always just played like just small parts in movies, but he always makes me laugh.
And
He's
then
just a dad.
when they're like on the plane, when they get there, the older brother is not excited to be there at all.
No.
And I'm like, you're on this free fucking vacation to Costa Rica
To a
to
dinosaur
see
park.
dinosaurs, and you're a 17-year-old boy. How are you not excited? You.
This is his
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Well, you know what they were
No,
trying.
he doesn't. When she was like, "I love you," he was like,
I like you.
"I gotta
too.
go."
You know what they were trying to do with that? I think with that whole character and like that, and I might have read this somewhere, or I'm just full of shit. But they were like, this character is supposed to represent like the generation of moviegoers today, whether it's like dinosaurs in the movie theater, boring.
Oh,
So now they're gonna
Ah.
bring in the cool new Indominus Rex or whatever.
Verizon Wireless
Abdominal
presents
Rex.
Dominus.
Yeah.
All he does is crunches. That makes sense though.
That's what I
It-
think. That's something like that they were
Man,
trying
did
to
they
go
get
for.
that deep with it? I guess though. Yeah, like
Yeah.
your typical 17-year-old millennial. Yeah, like nothing matters except
Yeah.
for the girls. Like except for every single
Yeah.
girl just staring at him.
Yeah, and
Like
I loved it.
what?
I love that part when his little brother was like, "What do you think's gonna happen?" Staring at him.
Just
Like,
embarrasses him so much. Oh my
Good.
god, that was my whole plan.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna work now.
And then, yeah, they in the park were talking about, like Claire was talking about how nobody's excited about dinosaurs anymore, and I was like, how?
Yeah,
Oh wait, okay, hold on. So how long it's been at this point? It's been how many years since?
I think the park's been
The
open
original.
for like more than 10 years.
More than
Yeah.
10 years.
Park's
Okay.
been over more than 10 years, and it's been as long since the original movie. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
So-
we're saying 10. This has been 10 years since the massacre at Jurassic Park.
It's been like,
Yeah.
and I think it's been like the 25 years since
Oh,
the
okay,
massacre,
okay.
and the park's
Yeah.
only been there for like 10
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what kind of parent sends their children away to
I
a
know.
park where people died, were murdered, torn apart by fucking dinosaurs, and like, hey, mom, we're gonna go back to that park. They got more dinosaurs. They're like, oh, that sounds great, honey. Go on.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck off. And you're like, oh, I'll send them with my sister. She's responsible, and you know that she's not. Like,
Yeah.
God, it's just a senseless, stupid decision. Well, they should have went
I
with
know.
them.
Well,
that's
they
what
were
I was
getting a
thinking. Like they should have went with them.
divorce.
Well, yeah, but so
So-
they've been like, fucking yeah, let's go to Dinosaur Park for one last hurrah. Why not?
Yeah.
what
Hopefully
I would
my
think.
husband gets eaten.
If I was getting divorced, I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's go. I don't want to sit here and talk to you for the next week.
You're
I
like,
want
do
to go see
the
dinosaurs.
T-Rex?
Yeah, I want to see this whatever it's called.
Abdominabada.
Abdominable Rex.
I
It's a pretty ballin' park though.
did.
Oh yeah.
shark
We don't
going in, I'm
see
like,
it enough
damn.
though. Like they never go through the park.
No.
enough.
That's true.
Like,
Yeah, we really
we
only
just get that overhead shot when he opens up his balcony, which is really nice. Like that to me was that to me was realistic. Having the resort surrounding the mosasaur paddock and then having that like information center in the center, like that to me screamed something Disneyland would do.
Yeah.
Like have their resort circling a big enclosure and then you can look at it. Like 100% totally.
Yeah, we only get to see the water, the thing for the gigantic, whatever the hell it's called.
Mosasaur.
Mosasaur. And that thing doesn't seem big enough for that animal. That tank doesn't
know.
seem, that thing just looks huge. I'm like, that seems like a goldfish in a water glass.
I
It's
know.
not, doesn't seem
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah.
I did like the mosasaur scene though. That was fucking
I think it was
cool.
pretty badass.
See, and I made a note about that too with regards to if someone can think of that in a movie, for a movie, you would think that places that like to have marine life on display, like SeaWorld, you would think that rather than making them do tricks, they would invent something like that where you're in an amphitheater and you can try to feed them and then they can come up if they want. But if they don't, you sink down and can see them in this tank.
That was kind of cool.
And especially because I'm getting heated now. Especially because Jurassic Park, the ride in Universal Studios in California and Orlando, closed to be refurbished into a Jurassic World ride. And I've watched the trailer
Yuck.
for that ride.
Yuck. That's a huge yuck. Fuck that.
Well, okay, when I went to Universal Studios this last year, half of the Jurassic Park ride was broken. The car doesn't drop anymore. The things barely spray water. Half the shit's broken.
Oh,
I'm
so
like,
you're just like, oh, that car's just hanging there.
Yeah.
It's like real Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
The systems are offline.
No, but I've been watching the trailers for the new ride because it's being launched this summer. And that's one of their things. The main trailers, people on the gondola ride on the boat in the water, and then a mosasaur tank, and it's like actually attacks the glass, and then the glass literally starts leaking. So it's a nice blend of CGI and real practical effects. And I'm like, if a fucking theme park in real life can do that, you can stop putting the fucking whales in a small ass tank and making them jump up and clap their fins together. Get it together or cancel your park. You're canceled.
So wait, you were saying you enjoyed the mosasaur jumping up to eat?
No, I enjoyed the seats going down so you could see it in its natural environment.
That would just be terrifying. I'm not comfortable on open water. I don't know what's
I'm
underneath.
terrified of the ocean.
See,
The
I
ocean?
think
No,
I just,
not into that.
like, personally, I don't care if
Like there could
I'm
be a
doing
mosasaur
something
out there
that's
right
fun
now.
and
We don't know.
yeah, I think I'm just okay with my own mortality so that
Oh yeah, I just
don't
don't want to
give
get
a
eaten
shit.
by something in the ocean.
fucking YOLO. I don't
that.
care. Do it.
Die
Eat
in
me,
a
please.
high-speed crash or something instantly through the windshield.
What? I would rather get eaten by something in the ocean.
Yeah, by that thing, I don't know. I don't want to wake up in that thing's
Digest
stomach.
me, bitch. Fuck.
Okay, so they're giving a tour in the lab at the park.
Yeah.
And they're talking about how they made the what's the Abdominus Rex?
Indominus Rex.
Right? The Indominus Rex, and they're like, oh, we crossbred this and this, and then it was T-Rex with something classified, and the guy goes, how'd you get two dinosaurs to?
Yeah.
Nothing. Never mind. Like, aren't you like a scientist?
Good
Yeah.
one,
Did you
bro.
know that they're all female? They're all
Aren't
genetically
you
made like this?
Fucking
idiot.
intelligent.
Didn't you learn anything from the first movie?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, nobody brought that old knowledge into this film. Like, there was no, like, even Wu wasn't like, well, we've learned from the mistakes from the
Yeah.
first park. At least I don't think he says that.
No, I don't think so. You know, there is one part in the movie where they try to be realistic, because when Jurassic Park first came out, right, that idea seemed very, like, the people were like, oh, I think that sounds legit, right?
Yeah.
And then in this one, they're like, because in the first Jurassic Park, they're like, we took frogs' DNA to fill in the holes.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it's not really a dinosaur then. It's like a fake dinosaur, right? And then in this movie, Wu's like, these aren't real dinosaurs. He's like, these are monsters. Probably don't even look like dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you don't have to like address that. Like, just they're dinosaurs. Like, I really don't give a shit, right? Like,
They look enough like dinosaurs
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
really believe
They
it.
pass. I did like the raptor sequence when we were first introduced to Chris Pratt's character.
Yeah.
I did really like that. And upon reading the trivia, I don't know why I found this so cool. Probably because I'm a loser.
You're a nerd.
Yeah. But the reason, like, obviously the raptors are named Blue, Charlie, Delta, and Echo because
BCDE.
Chris Evans is the alpha.
Pratt.
And, oh yeah, Chris Pratt. Oops. Chris Pratt's the alpha, but he also feeds them in order of youngest to oldest and least.
So like EDCB.
Yeah.
Like feeds them backwards on the hierarchy.
Yeah. Yeah. It feeds them backwards on the hierarchy and gives Blue the largest mouse to like reward her for being patient, but also signify like, I respect your rank in the pack. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like that makes sense.
yeah.
And then yeah, the whole sequence where the pig is loose and the new guy like tries to get it and gets pulled into the cage.
Stupid.
Like, yeah, that was stupid on his behalf. But the whole sequence with Chris Pratt and the Raptors was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I laugh every single time when he's like, back up, I see you, Charlie. And he's right there because in the original one, Muldoon is like protecting Laura Dern to get to
Power thing
to
or
get to
whatever.
the power place. And he sees a raptor like right there and he's like slowly opening up his gun and then one just emerges from the side because that's how they hunt and he's like, clever girl. So I liked that was a tie-in to the original one, and oh, like Chris Pratt's character Owen knows, and he's like, I see you. Like, stop.
Nice try, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too, and I think that's the only my only problem with, and I like those scenes, but the thing that like I just don't buy is like because Chris Pratt, he's like, I'm the alpha. Mm-hmm. It's when he jumps out of the way, they straight up try to attack his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
When he dives
jumps
out,
into
they
the cage,
bite, and but he just
they go at the cage.
yeah.
Which seemed kind of strange because if he was the alpha, he would have been like backed all the way out and be
Yeah.
like, you stay right there.
Yeah.
And just climbed out.
And then he
Yeah.
just ran the motorcycle with him, and they don't.
Yeah.
Now they're like,
Oh,
okay,
God.
well. Oh, you didn't like that part, eh?
It was so stupid. You can't drive a motorcycle through the jungle at night at, let's say, 70K an hour and not crash or like no helmet
Or
either.
hit a
I'm like,
branch.
no branches. Like, oh, we found the most clear route through the
We
bush at this hour.
bushwhacked it. You're
And
good.
it convenently goes right to the Indominus Rex
Yeah.
too.
What
yeah.
the?
Actually, maybe because the Indominus Rex is so huge.
Did it clear the path?
Yeah.
No, I was thinking no.
No, I was like, you're not going that way. Don't go
She
there.
did.
Yeah.
You went that way.
I'm devil's advocating. I
No,
don't
it's
know,
just
man.
we have to just suspend our belief
Yeah.
and just he just found a flat route because
Yeah.
man, I don't know if you guys ever ridden a motorcycle.
I've never ridden
No.
a motorcycle before.
I
grew up
barely
with
ride a
dirt bikes
bike.
and shit, and like even on a pedal bike, when you hit a pothole on a pedal bike, boom! Like if you're going fast
or
enough,
just
it's gonna do
even
some
biking
damage.
on grass.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just any little deviation in the flatness of the road is enough to get you around. If you're doing 70, surrounded by
Yeah.
raptors, you're not trying to hit, going through the
That's
grass
true.
at night with one headlight.
Yeah.
It's not, man. That's not. It's not believable.
And this kid's brother, like the older one, was such a prick all the time.
They were less annoying than the kids in the original, though.
I
thought-
Timmy!
I know. I think
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they were less annoying, but they had no fucking character.
No.
They had
none.
no character at all.
Ugh.
Like, at least in the original one, the brother and sister, like, actually gave a shit about each other, and you could tell that, and they had more of a relationship.
That's true.
Whereas the two brothers in here, his 13-year-old brother's crying because his parents are getting a divorce, and he's like, stop!
Yeah. What are you doing?
He's like, stopping a
Are
baby.
you crying right now?
Yeah, you're gonna get 2 Christmases. You should be
vacation.
happy. Yeah.
I don't want two of everything. I want mom and dad to be together.
Yeah. He's like, shut the fuck up.
Man, how old? He's 17.
He's like,
I guess.
He's 17.
smack.
Toughen up, motherfucker.
Yeah, like he's so callous and rude. Like neither of the boys have any
Well,
personality compared to Lex and Tim.
in their defense, my brother would have just Charlie horsed me. Give me a horse bite. You ever had a horse bite?
A
Somebody
horse fight?
squeezes the inside of your leg really hard.
No, I don't let people that close to
I don't
my
like the
fucking
sound of
leg.
that.
It's
No.
one of those like like there's an Indian burn or there's like the
Oh,
horse
the
bite
snake
or just the
bites.
Charlie horse.
Yeah.
My
I remember
older brother was mean.
Wow. I remember someone came up to me when I was in middle school and they were like, mouse bite, and they pinched me. And I was like,
So you go, ha ha, face punch,
yeah.
bitch.
Bitch!
One of my favorite parts of the movie is when Chris Pratt he calls out a plot hole. They're chasing after the Indominus Rex. It just got out, and they're in the control room, and they're like, we're sending the non-lethals after, and Chris Pratt's like, why are you sending the non-lethals after? And I was in the theater. I was like, why aren't they sending the non-lethals
Yeah.
after? Like, what are they? What? Yeah, why are don't point out the plot holes, Chris?
Yeah,
Like,
it's so stupid.
I know.
then 30 seconds later, they're like, oh, well, wait. And then Mizrani comes in with a minigun on the helicopter.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. So
I like that character, Mazrani.
Yeah.
he's one of the only characters I like in the
Yeah.
movie.
He's awesome. I liked his like nonchalant sort of don't worry about it when he's like flying the chopper and
yeah.
shit. But yeah, the whole non-lethal idea, like why didn't they learn anything from before? Like you
I know.
can't just zap these things and knock
Yeah.
them out. I wrote that down. I'm like, why didn't they plan the strongest contingency plan ever?
Yeah.
Like, okay, if this thing gets out, we need to fucking nuke it. Like,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
need to bomb it in that section before it gets away. So
Yeah.
let's have a plan in place.
And even
And somebody watching the cameras 24/7. Like, oh, it escaped. Plan C. Boom. Do it.
And even when it gets out, rather than completely evacuating the park, they're like, I'm shutting down the park in this area. We need to still keep the park open.
Yeah, because
That's like a fucking cougar or bear being let loose rabid in Disneyland, and the people are just like, shut down Mickey's Cartoon Land and shut down Tomorrowland, shut down Fantasyland, but we're keeping Adventureland open. Get them on Indiana Jones, get them some fucking Dole Whips. I don't care.
And leave them all outside
And
in the
use
sun.
Tranks on the bear because we need to get it back to Grizzly Rapids, okay? We need to get it back to California Adventure. This is ruining the theme. And then someone's just got to be standing there like, why don't you just fucking kill the rabid bear? Money?
Yeah.
Anyone ever heard of it? We need to make
We're a
it.
constant money flow, and they're like, no, we gotta, no.
No. We have to
20
put it back.
21,000 people there. And
Yeah.
They're not even like, no, just leave them. It'll be fine. We'll get this under control.
Take him to Margaritaville. Give him a fucking coupon.
I loved the dude grabbing his tooth.
That
I'm
was
getting way
Jimmy
ahead of ourselves. Was it actually?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it's a
looked,
cameo.
He looked Asian.
Wait, who was it?
The guy grabbing his two
That was
margaritas,
Jimmy Buffett?
Jimmy Buffett.
I thought
Oh.
the dude looked Asian. You sure it was Jimmy Buffett?
Look in the
I
tree.
don't think Jimmy Buffett's Asian.
It was.
He looks really white, I guess.
Jimmy Buffett.
At one point, they're like, yeah, don't worry about the Indominus is only 7 kilometers away.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's only 7 kilometers
Yeah,
away.
that's
okay.
great.
Oh,
That's only what I ran in gym class for high school.
Exactly.
That's not a small number at all.
Average person runs a 10K in like 55 minutes. It's 7 kilometers away,
Yeah.
and it can run probably 60 miles an hour, 60K an hour, let's say at least. And it's just fucking it's there in
Yeah.
like 5 minutes. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
decimated the entire long neck population.
Yeah.
Of the
Okay, yeah.
park.
All right. Okay. So when that scene happens, he's like, "Oh my god, it's hunting for sport." If you
Yeah.
look at where the dead bodies are situated, they're like 40 feet apart from each
Yeah.
other.
It's
So
like they were all there grazing and he just came
Well,
up and was like,
yeah.
swipe,
So does
swipe.
it attack that fast? Like it just kills one, and the other one's like, "Huh?" And boom, kills that one too, and the other one's like, "What?"
Or
are
did
they just
he-
really slow to react, or are they just kind of
Or-
standing there in awe, watching, like, "Oh my god, my
Yeah,
friend's
they're
getting
all like,
murdered."
what? They're all like, what the fuck is this thing?
Yeah.
We didn't grow up with this.
Because like, if you look at them, none of them look like they ran away.
No.
They just they're just
Or-
like, "Oh shit, oh shit."
But they're pacifist animals. Right?
Or-
So they just chill in the grass.
Is the
to fight.
or is the Indominus Rex so smart and psychopathic and sociopathic that he went and searched across the whole park and found all of them, slaughtered them, and dragged them back into a pattern?
Just he's leaving a message for us.
Yeah.
Or is he so
He gets
charming?
he gets in the helicopter and it says, "Fuck you, Owen."
Or is he so charming that he just walked up to them and was like, "Hey, what's going on, guys? Oh, you're grazing. Cool. Right on. You mind if I hop in your
Yeah. Yeah, part of the genome is Brachiosaurus. And he's like, hey,
Hey, you Brachiosaurus? I'm Brachiosaurus.
me too.
Oh, God. But as soon as we saw that dead Brachiosaurus, all I could think of was the meme that somebody made for the Loch Ness Monster from South Park, where he's like, I think I need, and he's like, what do you need? He's like, I think I need about 350. God damn it. I don't even feel compassion for this thing because I'm laughing.
I think that scene with the Brachiosaurus is the only puppet effect in like the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like it.
Yeah.
Like you can definitely
Well,
see the difference.
So apparently the raptors were guys in suits,
That
hunched
they,
over.
That they cover it in CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the guys were in suits and the raptor legs and stuff were practical so that the actors could be acting not at a green screen, but then they CGI'd over it
Yeah.
to make it more raptor like. But I'm like, you see 1993? If you can't do it better than 1993, don't fucking bother.
Yeah.
So Pratt actually was acting towards people
Yeah.
in green. Okay,
Yeah.
because I wrote down, I'm like, fucking cheers to Chris Pratt acting to nothing. Like
yeah.
the look of kind of like knowing fear but knowing control when he's trying to control the Raptors in that one scene. I'm just like, God damn, like that's not easy.
No.
Doing that to nothing.
Yeah.
If there's someone there, it's a little bit easier.
Stick
It's
with
like,
a tennis ball.
Yeah, basically.
You're like, ah!
Wilson, calm down.
The hamster ball idea in
Dumb.
a
The
park
gyrosphere.
is
I hate it.
It's so senseless.
it's
It's scary.
the in a normal park. It'd
Like
be
a non-dinosaur park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a non-lethal sanctuary park. Sure, wheel me around.
Yeah, but what are you going to be seeing? If there's,
What is this? Not like a park,
Yeah.
but
A
there's
safari,
nothing there.
I don't know.
It's just a gyrosphere in the desert. Just take a desert cruise. Woo, it's fucking hot in this gyrosphere.
Well, no, but I mean, like, I don't know, just seeing animals being in their habitat, but being in a protected bubble, so you can't fuck with them, but they can't fuck with you,
Yeah.
and just
alright.
seeing it.
But yeah, I wrote down. I'm like, I would be scared in that gyrosphere because any of those dinosaurs could get pissed off at any
That's
time.
true.
Like, you don't.
When they were looking at those ankylosaurs, when the Indominus Rex came and fought them, the ankylosaur's tail like smashed the glass.
And they basically have a giant sledgehammer on the end of their tail.
Yeah.
That could just devastate you. I'm like, man, like that thing's gonna break if it hits you. It seems like a liability. Like, do
Yeah.
people sign waivers when they come to this park?
Oh,
Like, it costs you
totally.
$5,000 to show up for 5 days.
Yeah.
And also, if you get hurt, it's your fault. If
Yeah.
you get your limbs ripped off, it's your own
That's
fault.
fair. You're going to a dinosaur park.
I think that's. You know what? Yeah. I think because if
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Oh, man, I don't know. It'd be
I
hard.
would go
If there
and I
was a
would
real,
sign my life
If
away.
if there was a real dinosaur park here right now, I don't.
I'd jump
I
on
couldn't
it.
say for sure. I wouldn't go. I
would.
might go.
Yeah. I'd sign
it-
a waiver, sign my life away.
If I had to sign a waiver, though, I don't know.
Oh, I'd sign a waiver.
Because I want to be at least if I get Dilophosaurus spitting at me. I'm like, if I go blind, I'm like, well, fuck, I want some money for that.
yeah.
I'm like, no,
I
you
paid
signed the
for
waiver.
that!
Should have closed your eyes when he spit at you.
You're like, damn, I could have paid someone a lot less money to spit in my face, and it wouldn't hurt.
Oh, Dennis Nedry.
One thing I don't understand, and this isn't just in Jurassic World, this is in any movie that has this quality. I don't understand constant shit cell service, especially being in a luxury like Jurassic World's probably at least a 4.5-star resort and experience.
yeah.
And you have the Indominus Rex being sponsored by Verizon Wireless or whatever, and you have shit cell service where someone's calling you and it's like,
But you
and
think
he's
they'd
like,
have their own
what? I can't
towers.
hear it. Yeah. Like
Spring for towers. You spare no
yeah.
expense. Like,
yeah, exactly.
put up a tower.
Yeah, that's something I don't get, having complete shit service. If you can splice DNA and make dinosaurs, you can spring for at least 3 bars.
It's true. Yeah, in Indominus Rex paddock, when shitty cell service, get out of here, he's still in there.
Yeah, you're calm.
Signature John Williams. Diddle, diddle,
Yeah.
diddle, 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 diddle. We were talking
Yeah.
about that during Raiders.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, she's going to say something about this.
yeah, yeah. Except I did make a note of how I like the old soundtrack was blended into the new one.
Yeah, there's some cool music moments.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's some cool music in the soundtrack, but my favorite parts in the soundtrack are the original
Yeah,
cues, right? Like
Yeah.
my favorite part in the whole movie is probably when they're flying in the helicopter to the Indominus paddock and the original
Yeah.
theme plays when they're flying. Like,
Yeah.
that's probably my favorite part in the whole movie, right? I don't know if it's I guess because of nostalgia, but
Mm-hmm.
you know.
I have a question. So the kid working the line at the gyrosphere. This seems a careless choice. A park like this, a park this expensive, dealing with dinosaurs. I don't think you'd hire teenagers
no,
to work any part of it.
no.
Like you'd want professionals that could do something if something went wrong. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe because it's been open for 10 years, they're just like, it's been fine for 10 years. We can hire kids.
I don't know actually, because think of this. Think of the fair that comes to Sydney and Luxton every year. Like do those carnies know what to do when someone like
Oh, totally.
gets their arm chopped
Oh,
off in the
totally.
Gravitron?
Someone
They are-
flailing out of the zipper.
they
They're
are-
like, oh shit.
They're trained. They are
Pack it
trained.
up! Pack it up!
They are trained professional carnival workers.
I don't
I don't
know.
know. Probably not.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he's stuck.
See
Let me
what
call somebody.
what I don't get from that scene is you're working with really dangerous, unpredictable animals. You spare no expense. You have all of this brand new technology, and you fucking use a rotary phone in between the rides and the attractions.
Is that what he had?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, when the phone rang, he answered it, and it was the rotary phone head, and he was like, hello? And I'm like, what? Wouldn't you get... Maybe they're using that because their cell phone service and their technology towers suck. I don't know, but it
always-
just seemed very...
Always trust a trusty landline.
I mean, I love myself a good rotary phone, but in the most technologically advanced place on Earth in this like mythical timeline of reimagining dinosaurs and bring them back to life. I don't want my fate of you need to shut down this ride now to be in like, no. Use a goddamn tablet or a hologram or fucking airdrop me get the fuck out.
So you don't like the movie, is that, is that what you're saying? It's not a good movie?
In my notes, I wrote, I love this callback. I don't
You
know.
don't remember the callback.
No. I thought I would. It says shit phone service. 10149. Not gonna lie, I teared up in the theater at this part. Don't know what I'm talking about. I was probably delirious when I watched this. I had gotten off my bartending shift after also working at my other job.
I think
I don't know what
10149.
Oh, and the callback is probably the flying over in the helicopter or something.
I don't think that got the 10149 is like when the kid's crying on the train.
What?
Before the gyrosphere, I think.
An hour and 50 minutes in?
Yeah, 50?
Yeah, 10149.
10149.
Yeah, 1 hour and
1 minute and 49 seconds. Where'd you get 150 from?
Because I
It's
ran
been
at
like
49.
10 hours and 49 minutes, 82 seconds.
Oh, no, it was the part where all the brachiosauruses were dead. And I was like, oh, cool.
Ah.
Because they were so like, it was the first dinosaur they saw in the original, and they were all encapsulated in wonder, and now they're all slaughtered. And I'm like, cool.
White Walkers put them in a formation to send a signal. Put the
A
bodies in a
shit
circle.
signal.
I just kept asking myself, like, why are they not evacuating? They're like,
Yeah!
they've run an evacuation, but they're like, well, we can't get everybody off the island till tomorrow, folks. So everyone just sit outside.
Yeah.
Not go back to your
your
hotel room,
room.
because I'm guessing there's hotel rooms there.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a go there for a day kind of
Yeah,
resort.
it's not
so
a day trip.
yeah, why didn't they just go back to your room?
Yeah.
It's the safest place to be. Go back to your room, lock the door,
Yeah.
because there's fucking dinosaurs.
And why didn't you, like, you're on an island. You should have the Navy and the Coast Guard
Yeah.
on immediate, like, hey,
On
we
call.
fucked
Yeah.
up.
This got the we fucked up button ready to go.
Mayday, mayday.
So-
Oh, you know what my favorite part is? I know I've said this like 3 times, but my other favorite part is when the fucking bad guys show up in the helicopter.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
the fucking
he
attack squad or
fucking-
whatever.
And he's like that guy like has got like that huge gun and he like sees like the pterodactyl and he's like boom and I'm
Yeah.
like I get it, they're bad guys. Like, I
Badass.
get it, yeah.
It's like the no-look shot, just
Yeah.
got him.
Fuck you.
Jesus Christ.
I did like the aviary shot.
Well, yeah, so they were coming up to when the kids find the Jeep. The kid somehow gets the battery
Yeah, they hotwire.
charged up. Yeah, they start a Jeep. I don't know where he got his mechanical skills from.
Remember when we
Television.
fixed Grandpa's truck?
We had to charge it for him. So they drive away, and then Pratt and Claire show up, and all of a sudden the Abdominus Rex is there.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow, they couldn't hear this thing coming thump, thump, thump from a mile
know.
away like you could with the T-Rex, which is smaller
Yeah.
than the Abdominus Rex. Then, so I'm thinking, okay, why didn't the Rex follow the Jeep? Follow the noisy thing pulling away full
Yeah.
of snacks.
Because it got real close, didn't it? Like the Jeep
Yeah.
left and then they came
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
wasn't
It was like,
yeah.
it was within, because you could hear like
Yeah.
Pratt and Claire
Yeah.
could hear the Jeep driving away. They're
Yeah.
like, oh man, how they got the Jeep running.
Yeah.
Then the Rex shows up. I'm like, well, and then because we know it can smell, it doesn't have
Yeah.
to see you move like the T-Rex. So it gets up next to them and they're like, it's sniffing, and he's not covered in gasoline anymore.
Yep.
It's right there. I'm like,
And then he just
again, the use of like, let's make these dinosaurs seem sneaky. The Rex moves, and then they're like, oh, thank God. And all of a sudden, blast through the fucking ceiling. I'm like,
and then smashes the Jeep to squish him.
yeah. So I'm like, it knew
Yeah.
that they were there, but it's like, I'm going to make them think they're not here.
Yeah. Like
They just made the thing too crafty. Like, for no reason.
I know that these animals are smart, they say, but like how smart, like are right? Like,
They
Yeah.
have comedic timing, basically.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah, exactly.
when they're looking through he's looking through the gyrosphere, like, oh, hey, look, and he's just like, boom, one eye open. Is like, I'm waiting till you look.
yeah. Now I'm gonna eat this ball.
Yeah, it just seems. I don't know what they were doing with it.
Did the
Seems silly.
Indominus Rex, could it have fixed the Jeep? Right? Like,
Yeah.
It's got the reach for it.
maybe
And
it
the long
sabotaged the
fingers.
Jeep. It showed up and it was like, and then ran away. And it was like, damn it, they fixed the Jeep. I told myself if they fixed the Jeep, I wouldn't chase them. They get that one.
Yeah, because
That's on me.
do they get that? How do they get away from the Rex? Pratt and Claire.
They
They
just doesn't
book
it come through and they just run? into
Yeah,
the
they
building?
they run through
Yeah.
the old park, and then all of a sudden they come out of the old where the T-Rex busts in the original one, and then they see the aviary and they're at a clearing, and then all of a sudden the Indominus Rex is
Heading
left
towards the
up there,
aviary.
and then he heads toward the aviary, and then he's somehow communicating with the pterodactyls like he can communicate with raptors. Like, is there part pterodactyl in his genome that we weren't told about? Because he was just like staring at them, and he's like,
Or was he just kind of surprised that they were flying? And he was like, God damn, what are these
no,
things?
because then all the pterodactyls left and went and attacked all the people. Like, it's like he told them, go fuck their shit up. I can't get over there.
King of the dinosaurs.
It's like, hey,
I just-
listen, I won't eat you if you go pick up a bunch of people and fly the snacks over.
You can't eat them anyways. They're flying.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, they're not as smart though. They're not
Yeah.
as smart. Yeah.
I didn't get that
Yeah.
from that scene. But
Oh, I totally did. I
don't
totally
think I
thought the
got
Indominus Rex was fucking like
I didn't
telling him,
get that
go.
that scene either. I didn't. Yeah.
no, I think you're,
But-
you're reaching. But it
They
could,
were
could be
reaching.
anything. This is what he actually meant. This is what he said to them.
Yeah.
I don't know if. Yeah, I don't know.
But why would you make flying pterodactyls and so many like flying
Yeah.
pterodactyls? Why would you make pterodactyls flying dinosaurs? You're never going to be
Yeah.
able to like show people them.
I
It's like
Is
they're
there
not
a
going to walk
part
in
of
there.
that of the den where like they're like people can come in? I don't
Yeah.
They
think so.
didn't show us that.
or no,
Yeah.
no.
And there are so many of them too.
Pterodactyls I can kind of understand because yeah, they're aggressive, but they're, whatever. I don't understand why they would make pterodactyls as well as those ones I can't remember the name of, but have a T-Rex head
Oh yeah.
that
those are good.
flies.
Yeah.
You know what would be great, Stuart? Why don't we create those birds that not only have a pterodactyl wingspan and can fly, but the ones that have the fucking T-Rex head on them. I think that would go great. I think the guests would love that.
Yeah, I think Dr. Wu's been messing around long before
Yeah.
Indominus Rex
Yeah.
came about. Yeah.
I cloned a bunch of monkey frogs.
One of the dinosaurs just has Bryce Dallas's his head on it. And he's like, I don't know how that happened.
It's weird.
Why does this dinosaur have a red bob?
Oh,
I couldn't tell you.
couldn't tell you.
Why is this dinosaur yelling, "You're not in control here"?
So we're getting pretty close to the end. So we talked about the motorcycle chase scene.
Yeah.
And I actually thought the first person shots with
Of
the
the
cameras on the
raptors?
raptors, that
Yeah.
scene was kind of neat.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
did,
yeah.
did find that
Yeah.
one kind of cool when they like all the shooting and stuff.
When the raptors finally turned into raptors and were eating people, that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
a cool scene.
Yeah.
It was pretty sweet. But like I got a kick out of this. There was a giant. So when they unleashed the Rex, the T-Rex to fight the Indominus Rex, there's a giant mosquito encased. There's like a sculpture of a mosquito
Yeah.
encased in amber. And I'm like, damn, they got a Manitoba mosquito for the movie. It's crazy. I always say joke that they could pick up children. It's just gigantic.
I was reading the trivia, but I was also reading like Reddit posts about the movie, and someone said what a lot of people were thinking, like, why the fuck didn't the T-Rex attack Claire? Like, why is
Yeah.
it just following her?
She
But
outruns it.
I
in
read a good
heels.
point. And I fucking believe it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't like where this is going. I don't like where this is going.
Okay.
I'm going to be real obvious if I don't like where this is.
So earlier in the movie, we see like a T-Rex feeding, and there's a goat, classic, but then they have a red flare that they put right beside the goat to attract the T-Rex, and the T-Rex associates the red flare with that's food. And that's where the food is. That's where the food's going. So she grabs a red flare, and the T-Rex is following her because the T-Rex is like, it's eating time. I'm following to where the food is. And then she throws it at the Indominus, and it hits the Indominus, and that's why it starts attacking the Indominus.
All right. Well, that's all right.
Thank you!
So
I was.
So T-Rex wasn't like, holy shit, my dinner's 100 times the size
How
of
come
normal.
it didn't just think she was the food? The flare was right
Yeah.
by her she's
And
running for at least 5 minutes.
she's running in heels. Mind you, she trained for it. But she's running in heels, and this thing they clocked the T-Rex at 32 miles per hour.
You have a T-Rex.
we have a T-Rex.
Say it again.
But 32 miles an hour. She can't run 32 miles an hour.
No,
And that
Well,
thing.
this one's old.
Well,
Yeah.
This is a T-Rex
This is
from the
still-
first.
Yeah,
movie.
this is Rexy from the first one.
I guess it would be.
Yeah,
How
because
old-
she was
hmm.
chilling.
It's got the scars.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't put two and two
No, but the
together.
T-Rex, like,
It's got some
rewatching it,
T-Rex arthritis.
because
I'm old. Wait for me.
no, but I after reading that Reddit thing, I rewatched it, and yeah, the T-Rex isn't running; it's walking. It's following her.
It's got a cane in one hand.
Yeah,
Wait for me, you fucking bitch.
Well, that makes sense. But then how does he win? I guess he wins with the help of the Raptors.
do
Yeah,
you
he
not?
didn't really win.
He didn't
He
win. The
didn't win.
mosasaur was
Asterisk
like
next to that one.
lunch.
That thing's a mother. Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing finished it off. Then you got the end where they.
Where all the
parents show
families
up
are
and
in
they're like,
the
"Oh my God,
hangar."
I'm so good to see you. And then they're like,
Yeah.
well, what do we do now?
And literally-
we stick together.
Yeah, let me tell you. You see Fallen Kingdom? They don't. They
Yeah.
don't. Like, they wanted what everybody wanted, I guess. They don't, right?
No,
Just
well,
classic sequels.
They realized, like, God, that first date didn't work out for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I hate you. No, I don't know. I watched it this morning. It was entertaining, but like we said earlier, it just seemed like a microwaved version of Jurassic Park with bigger and better dinosaurs and like cooler characters, just different characters that are just pertinent to real life right now.
They're just playing themselves.
Yeah.
Chris
Yeah.
Pratt's just playing himself.
Yep.
Bryce
Yeah.
Dallas playing I don't know them, but I assume that they're just playing themselves, right?
She could play herself anytime. I find her very attractive.
I did love Blue on top of Rexy, like fighting the Indominus.
Okay.
I just feel like a raptor couldn't do anything to it. You'd need like
It took out
how many
Indominus
raptors?
Rex's eyeball.
How many raptors would you need to take down a T-Rex?
At least 30.
30. We're dinosaur experts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because in the original one, the two raptors were attacking the T-Rex and they didn't do shit.
No. So you need at least, like 30 to take it down, like a
Yeah.
whole herd.
I think
A murder of
Raptors.
raptors.
That sounds scary. A herd of velociraptors.
I-
It's like,
That would be terrifying.
yeah.
I did like the scene where Rexy breaks through the Spinosaurus bones as like a nod to because people were so upset when number 3 came out and the Spinosaurus just fucking snapped the T-Rex's neck.
Yeah.
Like how?
I
Your
thought the
hands.
Spinosaurus was kind of cool, though.
It was.
I didn't think it was
just
cool.
didn't.
I didn't think it was
can't
cooler
remember
than the T-Rex.
Any
No, and-
details of the third.
And I didn't agree with it using its tiny ass hands to snap the T-Rex's neck.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Is that possible? No, it's not.
It's not better. Like Lost World is better than this movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I got to finish watching
But Fallen Kingdom, I think, is better than this
it. I got
movie.
to download that one and check it out.
I don't know about that.
Check out
I don't
the
know about
reviews
Fallen.
first.
Bring me back for Fallen
Yeah.
Kingdom because I'll tell you.
Done.
Done. That is Fallen Kingdom is either the worst or the second worst movie I've ever seen in the theater. Like that's how much I did not like that
Wow.
movie. Yeah,
See, I liked it better than this one. There was more.
maybe. I
Grit.
don't know.
You guys seen John Wick 3 yet?
I
No.
haven't seen the first two.
Me either.
I know. Yeah.
They're-
I know.
They're exactly what people say they are. Action-packed, just murder movies.
Cool.
They kill my dog. I'm going to murder everyone.
I remember
It's
seeing
so
a
cool,
meme
like-
about that.
Keanu Reeves is a motherfucking ass kicker too. Like
Yeah.
he did all the training, all the martial arts, all the gun
Ooh.
training and stuff. Like it's him doing all of everything in the movies. It's pretty cool. And they're just gonna keep making them. Like they've ended John Wick 3, and I'm like, damn, it's setting up for a 4th. I guess they're already in pre-production for
They
the
got
4th.
4 and 5 lined up. I think.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think they can keep it going. John Wick 7. John fights infection. He's always getting shot and stabbed and shit, and he's like, stitch me up, and then gets fucking reopened and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, it's been like 3 days now, I guess, of the course of the 3 movies. And yeah, he's got like gunshot wounds and stab wounds and cuts and shit and broken bones. I'm like, God damn, man, go see a doctor. No doctor will help you. I don't know. Okay, I give this, I'll give it 3.5 Raptors out of 10.
3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
Okay.
Maybe 4. 4 Raptors out of 10. Wasn't my favorite. It is a recooked idea.
Yeah.
Nothing impressive.
Now with your scale, hey, like where do you put that? Like a 5 out of 10. Like, well, what is that? Like, is that like a mediocre?
I'd say the first Jurassic Park would be like based on it being a 93, like a 7.5. It was awesome. I love that movie. I still do enjoy that
Adjust
movie.
it for inflation, though. About like
Well, now the first Jurassic Park is like a 6.
what?
No, yeah, this is too. Yeah, I don't know about this.
So this one's like a 4.
Why is this one only 2 less than the original one, though?
I don't know, because it was exciting and action packed, and it was predictable as shit.
Okay, you know what's funny is when
It's fun to make fun of.
when we decided to do this movie because this is your pick, we were like, yeah, we'll do a good movie, and this has like 72 and 75% on Rotten Tomatoes, and we're just like, fuck this movie.
It's a movie that didn't need,
how
need
the
to be made.
turntables have
Turned.
yeah.
Well, okay,
I'm-
okay, yeah.
I'm gonna give it. I'll give it 5 mosquito covered in amber staffs out of 10 because it did have the nostalgia factor. There were shots and aspects that I did like about it. The soundtrack, I liked the amalgamation of old and new. I loved the overtop aviary scene. I also loved, the helicopter scene flying to the Indominus. I did like the sequence with the Raptors initially, like going from, these guys are good, like that army guy being like, they're my bitches, and then having them turn on Chris Pratt just like that, showing how wild they are still.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of issues, and I do think it was playing way too much with people's nostalgia, but I'll give it a 5. Like, it's something that I'll put on again,
Background
and I'll
sound.
watch it again. Yeah.
I'm never gonna watch this movie ever again. This is a. I've been dreading watching it since I was like, Jurassic World. I was like, why did I choose that? I texted you. I was like, I don't want to watch this movie again.
You made your bed, sleep in it.
Like, what would you give to the first movie out of 10?
The first movie, I would give it, when it came out in 1993, 2 years before I was born, but me seeing it recently after it came out, then I would have given it like an 8 out of 10. Now, adjusting for inflation, I give it like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
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 Yes, it has aged so well. That is a movie that I watch on every single trip I go on. When I'm on the plane, I'm like, let's
Jurassic Park.
watch it. Like, that is a movie that set me off on my love for dinosaurs. Like, I saw it for the first time in 2nd grade. I was 7 years old, and I wanted to be a paleontologist so bad. And then when I grew up, I was like, wow, they make shit money.
When somebody asks you for directions, do you ever just look at them and go, there?
No, I spin an arrow.
I think the first movie is like, it's almost a perfect movie.
Yeah.
If not, I'm torn between giving it a 9 or a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 9, just because I don't want to copy yours. I'm gonna give it a 9. I don't want to go into why a 9. That'd be another hour and a half. But this one, Jurassic World, what did you give it again, Jeff? You gave it a
4.
4.
Yeah, 4.
5.
5.
Being
Evan's
generous.
like -7.
I'm like, I guess it's, okay. Well, yeah, I have to take into my critical problems that, and then also just the fact that I fucking don't like it. So it's like a 3 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
With the first 3 points are going towards, I'll give it 3 Chris Pratts out of 10 or whatever the fuck you guys do around here, whatever.
We always make up our own stuff.
Yeah.
3 out of 10, because there's like just little things I like the music is good and things like that, and then the rest of it I've literally chuck it out the window.
It's good technical aspects.
Yeah.
Cinematography and composition.
Yeah,
editing
exactly.
And, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Acting was, ever you paying attention to people not blinking?
Yes, I am.
We were talking about this way long time ago about like acting, really good acting. People don't blink.
Oh.
They'll hold someone's gaze for a whole scene while they deliver a line without
Yeah.
blinking. They'll only blink when the line is done. To extent just a little bit long blink.
Wow.
But if you watch it, like watch really
It's
good movies, watch
wild.
movies and just watch how people don't, or they'll blink in specific spots.
Yeah.
But they will, that's like the mark of a really good trained actor is someone who can just hold that.
A really good example is
Ryan.
Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, how about
Okay.
Ryan? What was that? Ryan Gosling
Oh,
in Drive.
Drive.
There's one scene
That's
where
a great movie.
well, there's
Yeah.
one scene in the diner where Buddy's like, "Hey, I did a job with you." He goes, "How about you get the fuck out
Yeah.
of here before I break your fucking face?" And he
Yeah.
just stares at him, unblinking for like 25 straight seconds. I'm like, "Good God, this is impressive."
Yeah.
Because it's hard. I can't even do it for like 10 seconds. I'm like, my eyes are
Yeah.
dry. So that's why I'm not famous.
Because you have
Man.
dry
I have
eyes.
dry eyes. Not getting as famous as you want. I guess we can call
We're
it there.
calling it.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
0 out of 10.
This is Real Garbage.